Hey man, what it is? This is Dame, and I am your host, and this is by any means. There go to Cash App, $ Dame by any means. There go to PayPal at Dame by any means. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I don't care if you leave $1, $10, $1,000. It is much, much, much appreciated. Make sure y'all hit that like button. That's free. That's the least y'all can do for your boy. You hear me? Hey y'all, I truly believe that Saturday was the best possible thing for Gervonta Davis on the grand scheme of things. I think it's the best thing that ever happened to the young man. Dean, let's talk about it. Why you say that? Every boxer that's at that top level has had a fight like this. Whether it was Ali, Ken Norton, whether it's Floyd Mayweather's Madonna, Shakur Stevenson, and De Los Santos, Manny Pacquiao, Tim Bradley, um, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Ali, um, Roy Jones, and Tarver, um, and I think it's didn't Jermaine Taylor beat Tarver? Yeah, every fighter. I mean, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis. Every fighter that gets to the top of the sport, Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad. I could keep the list goes on. History repeats itself. Um, every fighter that's at this level needs a humbling and a refocus. Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. Um, when you at this top level of the sport. I feel as though that, remember, Gervonta Davis was talking about retirement and he ain't as hungry as he used to be. And all of that is out the window today. This week, I guarantee you Gervonta Davis is not thinking about that. How I know? Just go on his Twitter and see how pissed off he is that they even made it a draw. Now, I agree with Gervonta Davis. I don't think it was a draw at all. I don't think he was hurt and he got one. I think what he said was actually what happened. Doesn't change the fact of what happened, though. Y'all like how I did that, huh? I wholeheartedly believe Gervonta Davis. I was in the building. I know that the man wasn't hurt or none of that. What he said, it was something in his eye and all that. That could have been power to the people. Doesn't change the fact that you took a knee in the middle of the fight that made it even more controversial and made it look weird. Sorry. That happened. It doesn't change the fact that Lamontroach was giving you every single thing that you wanted. Doesn't change that fact either. That's my guy. Love him to death. But I wouldn't be who I am if I don't keep it 100. But what I will say is retirement talk, not having hunger, wanting to be with his family, all of that is out the door this week. And I think that's the absolute best thing that could have happened to Gervonta Davis' career. I think Gervonta Davis got humbled. I think Gervonta Davis is a little embarrassed. I think Gervonta Davis is off of his high horse. I think that he's deaf. I could guarantee you Gervonta Davis probably got back in the gym this week. I could promise you that. I think it did wonders as far as now you created controversy, which would make, even if he wanted to rematch the man, which I think he should rematch the man. I don't care if he rematches the man right now, because if you can fight Shakur or Loma, ain't none of us going to be like, no, you need to fight Lamontroach first. We're not going to sit up there and say that. But if you don't fight a Shakur or Lomachenko or a Keyshawn Davis, you definitely need to fight Lamontroach next. That's all I'm going to say, Tank. That's my prerequisites. If it ain't Keyshawn Loma or Shakur Stevenson, it definitely needs to be Lamontroach. Absolutely. Every fighter needs this humbling. Every fighter needs a wake-up call. Everybody in life needs that. It doesn't matter who you is. Shakur Stevenson just got his. From Kid Austin being out to this being his fourth fight where his hands is hurting. Devin Haney, Ryan Gardua, I don't even got to talk about that. Every fighter needs their wake-up call. Lomachenko, Devin Haney. To get refocused and to realize that you have a lot of work to still do, even as great as you are. You're not a finished product yet, Tank. You're not a finished product yet. but I know you thought you were. That's my guy. Your game plan was trash. You didn't have all your twitchiness. I know Lamont Roach was just somebody you liked. Lamont Roach came and I think put more of that to the side than you did. Because you didn't have the same bravado that you normally have before all of your fights, my guy. Lamont Roach has never been there before. He had nothing to lose. He had everything to gain and could have gained more. But we're going to talk about Lamont Roach later, but he still gained a lot. So I think this is the best thing that could ever happen to Gervonta Davis because now I know you're about to see the true animal. I think now he's going to train harder than ever. I don't think there's going to be no more retirement talk. I think that he got to rebuild himself because I think, forget what everybody else feels. I think Gervonta Davis is mad, upset, and embarrassed. When you put those three things together, if I know him like I know him, oh, he's on demon time. People talking about him, saying he got exposed. He don't like none of that. Listen, I never met the man personally, but I follow the man closely enough to where as though I can kind of predict this. Oh, yeah, he's going to come out to make a statement, but it's not going to just be in the next fight. It's going to be on like the next 5 to 6 fights. I truly believe Gervonta Davis will not stop until everybody's head is on a mantle. Because y'all might say, Dane, well, why are you so confident in that? Because nobody, even Tank's biggest haters, never questioned his in the ring. Yeah, we talk about it and have like, well, could Tank do this against Shakur, blah, 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 Devin, jab, whatever, right? The main thing people come at Gervonta Davis about is saying that he's scared and don't want the fights. Nobody don't think he's not great or question his ability in the ring. This is the first time in Gervonta Tank Davis's life where people are questioning his in the ring. He's never been through that. Coach Calvin said he was waiting for somebody to bring the best up out of him. Lamont Roach not only did that, but he brought the worst out of him too. Oh, I'm going to say that again. Power to the people. I'm preaching in here this morning. Coach Calvin, not only did Lamont Roach bring the best out of Tank, he brought the worst out of him, too. He gave that man everything he wanted. Lamont Roach could have easily won that fight. If they would have scored it for Lamont Roach, I wouldn't have been sitting up here screaming robbery. And y'all know if I say that, y'all already know it's true. But who's thorougher and realer than me on these YouTube streets? Y'all should already know I wasn't going to hold hands and pat him on his back. Gervonta Davis, it was a lot of, and not only that, it was a lot of things that Gervonta Davis missed inside of the ring that he doesn't normally do. He took his foot off the gas. He thought he was up in the fight. And then Lamont Roach started doing what he doing, stuck to his game plan, and started having more success, which in turn changed the fight. You went from being up 4 or 5 rounds to it dwindling really fast. And then you sat up there and took a knee. There you go. Oh, now we got a controversy. You see how that worked, Tank? You worried about Terrence Crawford, Shakur, everybody else, but you took your eyes off the prize. You took your eyes off your food. You wasn't as hungry. You admitted you wasn't. You worried about retirement. You was thinking about everything else but Lamont Roach, my guy. And that's where he got humbled at. When we was growing up and you go to school, didn't your parents always tell you and the teacher tell you, keep your eyes on your own paper? Don't be looking ahead. Don't be looking past. Lamont, and I was telling y'all, Dame has been telling y'all how great of a fighter Lamont Roach is. But you would know that if you have sat up here and watched the last 2 to 3 years of this young man's career and see what he was doing, see the process and the build up with Lamont Roach. He didn't just get there by accident. And he came the most prepared he ever been. Lamont Roach did not win this fight, but that was the best Lamont Roach I ever saw. And Lamont Roach's last 5 fights, he has gotten better, and better. He hasn't dipped not even a little bit. I truly believe this is the best thing that could have possibly happened for Gervonta Davis because he got humbled, he got embarrassed. I think right now he is truly on demon time. I don't think Gervonta Davis is talking to anybody. I think Gervonta Davis is somewhere. And think about that. You get a draw, and I know Gervonta Davis feel like he lost. I know he feel like he lost, even if he think he won. Well, Dean, why you double talking? What do you mean? No, I think Gervonta Davis think he won the fight technically. But I know he feel as though um overall wise, he lost. He got Devin Haney clowning him talking about I was waiting for the backflip. I don't agree with Devin Haney too much, but I agree with Devin Haney right there. I was waiting for the backflip too. It didn't happen. So now what he gonna do? Now what he gotta do? Now people questioning him. Now all of his haters, they out in full effect. So all that retirement and he getting tired of the sport. Yeah, I think all of that went out the window Saturday. And I think a light switch. I think how when he was looking when they called the draw and how shocked he was and how I don't think he was that shocked. I think he was embarrassed. And embarrassment breeds a different type of hunger. Gervonta Davis hasn't had something to prove in a long time. Only thing he's had to prove is will he fight these guys. That's something all fighters got to prove. But he hasn't never had nothing to prove inside of the ring in a long time. Now he does. And now I believe he's angry. Now I believe that he understands. I'm great. I could be better. I gotta be better. I never want this to happen again. I never want to feel how I felt Saturday leaving that arena. I never want to be able for another fighter to sit up there and be able to talk the way Lamont Roach was talk. Oh yeah, y'all, Lamont Roach family and them was coming at the New York State Commission because they truly believed that the man was robbed. And guess what, y'all? I can't even be mad at him. I can't even be mad at him, y'all, because Lamont Roach argument is it was a draw, but if y'all would have counted that as a knockdown, I would have won the fight. And the biggest Tank fans from here to Japan, what could we say? That's not true. I don't think that's what happened at all. I was there in the building. I don't think it was never a point in time in that fight where I felt as though Lamont Roach won the fight. Do I think he did amazing? Do I think he gave Gervonta everything he could? Do I think he put up as great of a fight as he possibly could? Yeah, no, I think Lamont Roach could have did a little bit better too. I think he could have put his foot on the gas a little bit more too. But we're going to talk about that when we talk about Lamont Roach. Do I think even that Lamont Roach won this fight? No, not at all. That's why I'm so confident if they rematch, but we'll talk about that at a later date. That give us more to talk about. But do I think Lamont Roach won this fight? No. But do I think if you count that as a knockdown, is the fight definitely a draw? Absolutely. And if you think Lamont Roach did win because of the knockdown or the knee, I'm not mad at you at all. I don't agree with the knee. I don't agree that that was a knockdown or any of that. But people that say that they think it is, sorry, Gervonta Davis, you put yourself in that position. I'm not about to cry for you. No different than Lomachenko in the 12th round. I don't know why you thought that was a good idea to do. Just saying. Best thing I think could have ever happened for Gervonta Davis, y'all. Mark my words. Watch his interviews now. Watch his next fight. Watch how hard he trained. Watch what he talk about now. He ain't going to be talking about retirement and all of that stuff because one thing I know about Gervonta Davis is it's certain things that clicks for certain fighters. And Terrence Crawford and Gervonta Davis are similar in this way. I believe when they are embarrassed and when they are upset, you see a different side to them. And I think now we are about to get the best Gervonta Davis we have ever gotten. And I think he's about to go on a nice run that he's already been on. It's not like this hurt him in a I guess. I mean, from a controversy standpoint, not really. I mean, I can't really put it like this, he's no lesser of a star today than he was yesterday. So that's what I'm saying. Like, where that part is tricky. But what I do know is now he has something to prove. And that can't be denied. Y'all already know what this is, though, right? Ding, by any means. And I holla at y'all.